Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, July 23rd, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. We're still all here, right? That means we made it. It is the weekend. But before we get all crazy about Friday, we need to do the news. So, shall we? Things got a little bit dicey yesterday at the NBA headquarters up in Glen Burnie. A work crew working outside struck a high-pressure gas line at about 10:30 a.m., forcing the evacuation of the NBA headquarters as well as the branch that was serving customers. Apparently, the line was leaking gas both outside and inside the building, and all appointments were canceled and the employees were sent home. They do expect it to resume normal operations today. If you need or want to go to Atlanta, you now have another choice from BWI. Frontier Airlines is launching 4 nonstop weekly flights from BWI to Atlanta beginning September 8th. And get this, the one-way fare is only $29. Granted, it is an introductory fare, so I'm not sure how long it's going to last, but Frontier is known for their low fares, so golfers and Coca-Cola aficionados take note. Let's talk politics for Annapolis for a little bit, and I will probably have a rant about this next week, but the deadline to file for running for elected office is 9 p.m. on Monday night, and so far it looks pretty apathetic. So if you have an inkling to run, please consider it. I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican, but good leadership is really born from competition, and so far there's very little. This may change by Monday night, but Mayor Buckley is running, and there are no challengers either in the Democratic or the Republican side, although former Mayor Panelides is frothing at the bit to run, I hear. As we run down the different wards, Ward 1, Ellie Tierney is the Democrat from Ward 1 right now. She has no opposition in a primary or in a general election. Ward 2 is wide open. Fred Paone stepped aside, but Karma O'Neill is running as a Democrat and Scott Gibson is running as a Republican. Neither of them have a primary challenger. Ward 3 has no Republicans running, but they do have 2 Democrats, incumbent Rhonda Pindell Charles as well as Keanu Smith Brown. Ward 4 sees a rematch between Democrats Sheila Finlayson and Tony Strong Pratt. No Republican challenger on the horizon there. Ward 5 has Democratic incumbent Brooke Schandelmeyer, who was appointed to the job last year, running unopposed in the primary, and no Republican running on the other side, although we did just hear that someone may hop into that race. Ward 6 has Democrat DeJuan Gay, who's currently on the council, running unopposed in a primary against George Gallagher on the Republican side, also unopposed in the primary. Ward 7 has Rob Savage running without a Democratic primary opponent or a Republican. And Ward 8 has 2 Democrats in the primary, Ross Arnett, who is the incumbent, and Katie George, who is the challenger. There is no Republican officially running just yet, but we also hear that there may be one jumping into that race as well. I say, come on. Let's get some competition going. Not really local, but if you have some kids, you want to listen up. Great Wolf Lodge, that gigantic indoor and outdoor water park and lodge, broke ground on their largest project ever up in Cecil County, just north of the Susquehanna River in Perryville. It's 48 acres, 2 million square feet of entertainment space, 800 hotel rooms, and will provide 2,000 construction jobs and 850 permanent jobs, generating $100 million in revenue for the town. These places are awesome. The closest one, I think, is in Williamsburg. Kids love them. Adults love them. It's expected to open in mid-2023, so keep that in mind for a quick getaway. And as we start to slide into events, if you are listening to this when it releases, turn on your television and catch the opening ceremonies from the 2020, yes, 2020 Olympics from Japan. Because they are 13 hours ahead of us, coverage is all jacked up. Live coverage does begin at 6:55 a.m. this morning, and the opening ceremony is expected to last till about 11 a.m. Fear not, it will be broadcast on NBC from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and again at 7:30 p.m. till midnight. So you want to avoid the internet for the next 2 weeks to avoid any Olympic spoilers. A bit more local, the Chase Your Dreams initiative kicked off the social justice celebrity charity weekend last night with their cruise. But there will be events all weekend long, including a basketball skills clinic from NBA players, a youth art workshop by my friend Camisel Brown, a financial literacy workshop from Truist, and the highlight will be a celebrity basketball game at Annapolis High. You want to make sure you check out all the schedule, get your tickets. I have a pinned post at eyeonannapolis.net for you. All the details are there, as well as a link to buy tickets. And finally, a slightly more sublime event. This weekend is the final performances of the Classic Theater of Maryland's A Midsummer Night's Dream. Yes, that Shakespeare play. And this is the former Annapolis Shakespeare Company. They just have a new name. They also have a new venue at the Gresham Estate in Edgewater. Tickets are available at classictheatermaryland.org, and theater has that switched RE, so it's classictheatremaryland.org, and Maryland is spelled out, and it is well worth it. And you want to check out the local business spotlight this weekend. We spoke with Sally Boyette, who is the founder, and learned all about it, why they changed the name, what they offer. You'll be very surprised, and that drops at noon tomorrow, like they all do. All right, so that's it for the news today. As always, thank you for listening. And if you're somewhere where you can leave a rating or a review, please do. And make sure you let your friends, family, and colleagues all know to give us a follow. It really does help. A quick thank you to our 4 sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company, Rehab to Perform, and to MacMedics. It is Friday, so I'm just going to say have a great weekend. Be safe, keep washing your hands, and let's keep that Delta variant away. And I will see you on Monday. Now you want to hang tight. George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather report. All of that in a few, but first, you know this drill. Here's Rick from Solar Energy Services.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. With all the talk of energy resilience in the news recently, I'm surprised there's not more talk about solar plus batteries, especially since 1/3 of all of our new residential solar projects include a battery backup system that provides instant energy security and peace of mind. And with incentives in place for battery backup, this investment is now more affordable than ever. With financing rates as low as 0.99% and plans offering 18 months same as cash, it's now easier than ever to go solar with no money down. Financing creates an easy bill swap scenario where you replace your electric bill with a loan payment, allowing you to build equity in your own personal energy supply. Don't wait for your next power outage to act. Contact us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net to learn more about solar with battery backup. Don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
Are you an active adult or competitive athlete dealing with an injury keeping you from being at your best? Then Rehab to Perform is here to get you back to your full potential. R2P is a unique fitness-focused physical therapy company with 4 locations in Maryland. More like a training room and a personal training studio than a medical facility. R2P offers physical therapy for lower back pain, overuse injuries, post-surgery, muscle pulls, chronic pain, and more. R2P also offers rehabilitation for concussions and mild traumatic brain injuries. To learn more, visit rehabtoperform.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, July 23rd. Yesterday was a nice change of pace after several days of heat and humidity, and today and tomorrow should bring pretty much the same thing before a return to full-on summertime conditions Sunday. Look for plenty of sunshine today and Saturday with highs each day in the 84 to 89 degree range for Anne Arundel County, followed by 90 to 97 degrees and increased humidity Sunday, with a chance for some PM storms, with the heat, humidity, and PM storm trend continuing into at least Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and use our website each day by visiting DCMDVAweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company.
I've always loved being a realtor because to me, it's more than a job. It's something that gives me an incredible sense of helping others. And this year in particular, when so many people we've helped had to move rather than wanted to move, it gave me an even greater sense of purpose. Whatever the reason for someone's move, from a career relocation to simply needing to downsize, it has truly been super rewarding and a privilege to be able to assist our clients through all the steps of their journeys. Though it hasn't always been easy, we've learned new ways of navigating the home buying and selling process. So whether you need to say goodbye to your current home or are looking for a new house to start the next chapter of your life in, the Kristi Neidhardt Team is here to work with you and for you, because truly we are all in this together.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham, where appointments are not necessary. MacMedics is an Apple-authorized premium service provider. MacMedics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. MacMedics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple-authorized sales and service and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call MacMedics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at MacMedics.com. You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.